Let's take a look and see the energy coming towards you this week. We're going to use regular tarot. Don't remember the name of this deck, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shuffle and see what comes out. As usual, take what resonates and leave the rest, right? And this is a collective reading, so all signs. So let's see the energy coming towards you this week. Ooh, 3 of Cups. All right, I love that. All right, let's see what else we get. All right. Then also 8 of Wands. Ooh, so fast movement. I love that. Could be a lot of communication too. Let's see. One more. Page of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right, we'll clarify. So the first card you received is the 3 of Cups, right? And 3 of Cups is really good energy because that's an energy of could be celebration, could be social events, social gathering, getting together with friends, right? It could even be some kind of reunion, like having some sort of reunion with somebody you haven't seen in a while, with family members. Maybe hearing from somebody, because here you also have the 8 of Wands, which is very, very fast movement. And you know, I've been picking up that energy for August. We're still in August, right? Now August was going to be the month when things started to pick up very quickly. So some of you may notice that you may have like a lot more social engagements this week. You know, it's starting to pick up, things are starting to get busier. You also have the Page of Pentacles too, which could be an opportunity, right? Some of you may be going back to school, I hear. Some of you may be you know, studying something new, right? And so this week you may learn of maybe getting a scholarship for some of you, right? Get good news about that, good news about an opportunity. But I'm also getting, in terms of just hearing from maybe like a friend, right? Because Page of Pentacles can be an energy of friendship. Could even be an apology, but I'm getting like something is going to move very quickly. But it's kind of tied into a friendship, to some sort of social group is the energy I'm picking up. Let me just sit with this a little bit longer. Yeah, some of you could even get an apology, like maybe somebody you haven't heard from in a long time, right? And all of a sudden you're just going to be getting a lot of communication, a lot of very fast communication that will require some sort of action. A lot of messages I'm hearing. All right, let's clarify, because see, somebody's been waiting, right? You have the 7 of Pentacles here. Like they've been waiting, they've been contemplating, right? So maybe it's a situation where some of you have been contemplating something, you've been analyzing it, over-analyzing, assessing, you know, because 7 of Pentacles is an energy of 222. Some of you may be seeing 222, which ties in with making decisions, right? Particularly too when it comes to partnerships. But if some of you are in a situation where you're kind of like trying to decide where you're going to keep planting your roots, right? Am I going to keep investing in this particular area? Because look at this. I mean, everything here looks pretty fallow. You know, this is a very miserable looking 7 of Pentacles card. And so he has these 2 pentacles and it's like he's looking, you know, most of them have not borne fruit, right? That one is cracked. This one looks like it's not going to emerge. He may only have one good one in the ground and he has 2 in his hands. And so it's kind of deciding like, do I want to keep on this track or do I want to go in a new direction? And what I'm getting is for some of you who are in that situation, this is going to be the week when you're going to get some sort of information. Something is going to click. Something's going to come at you very quickly, right? Some kind of news that's going to help you with deciding the direction that you're going to go in. And I'm kind of getting for some of you, it's really pursuing something new, like maybe even starting over, learning something new. All right, well, let's clarify. I got patience because here you have Temperance. Like some of you are waiting. They're kind of realizing that as you wait, you're just being met with regret, right? And disappointment because things aren't working out for some of you where you are. All right, so let's clarify 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, Spirit. What is 3 of Cups? All right, it's a Queen of Swords. So yes, it's clarity. So some of you are getting clarity in a situation, you know, a lot of discernment, getting the truth, right? I'm kind of hearing too, now this may be a little bit on the more shady side, but for some of you, if you're in a relationship, right, and this isn't going to resonate for everybody, but somebody may be kind of figuring something out, especially if it's something where somebody wants to go towards somebody else. The person that they're with, right, may be figuring this out, because look at her here. You see how she's looking like, and she has her sword here, so she's getting that truth, getting that discernment. And you see those 2 people in the back, like lovers, right? And she's just watching, like somebody is downloading some information and getting the truth on a situation, particularly when it comes to maybe somebody taking action to go towards another, right? Again, this isn't going to be for everybody, but I have to tell you what I'm picking up, right? As the messenger, when you're reading the cards, you get certain messages that come through. And 3 of Cups can be a third party type situation. You know, and 8 of Wands could be somebody wanting to take action, somebody wanting to communicate, right? Somebody wanting to start something new with this Page of Pentacles. So So if you're in a situation like that, just know that maybe that person's partner is starting to put two and two together and figure out what's going on, or suspecting or intuiting what somebody is planning to do, right? So there's discernment there, so keep that in mind. Again, that's for some of you, not all. And then here we have Eight of Wands. Send me Eight of Wands. Yeah. So again, remember we were talking about that Seven of Pentacles, and here it comes out again, where you've been thinking. Some of you, you've been assessing. You've been, is this where I want to be, right? This hasn't worked. Some of you may have been in a situation for 7 years or longer, and it is not bearing fruit. And so something's going to happen this week that's going to suddenly kick you into gear to take action. And it could be too where you get that discernment. But I'm getting it, some feminine energy is trying to put two and two together. But some of you could also begin that discernment and realizing it's time to take action. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Exactly. So you've been waiting. Three of Wands is an energy of waiting, right? It's planning. It's kind of like waiting for your ships to come in, right? But there's something new that you're wanting to pursue, and you've been waiting on this. All right, let's get one more and then we will wrap up. One more Spirit card of advice. Let's get a card of advice. Ace of Pentacles, go after it. This is beautiful energy. This is something brand new, right? Being brought in by the design, by the divine, right? Some of you are going to be fighting for this. You're going to be protecting this, and that's the advice, right? Nine of Wands. Go after this new opportunity, right? This is being brought to you by the divine. This is something that's going to bear fruit. It's a new direction. For some of you, it could be a promotion. Some of you, it could be an engagement, right? Could even be a home, like you've put in, wanted a loan on a home or a car or any kind of big ticket item like that. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying go for it. If your intuition is telling you to pursue something new, if you've been thinking about it, a new project, right, and you've been going back and forth, Spirit is saying this is the time to take action this week. And to protect this, don't back down. Even if you get opposition, keep fighting and keep going after this thing, because it is something where you're going to be successful. All right. Oh, this is helpful. Catch you next time. Bye.